So what is join? Join is when you need data from two different tables. Okay. When you need data from two different tables, then we perform join. Okay. So let's say here I have got, go to schemas. So here you have employees, and then if you look at, we have departments and employees, correct? So if I say use employees, then select start from employees, and then say select star from departments. So here you have department with DID, DNAME, HOD. And here you have employee, okay, and you have department ID. I want to print first name and their HOD. I want to print first name and the HOD of that person. Just two things, okay. So I'll say here, select F name, right? Comma, what? HOD. HOD is from departments, right? So I'll say HOD. Okay. Now, how does their, which, like for, let's say for this guy, okay, Muhammad, who would be his HOD? So look at department 106. Okay. So 106 is Sunil. So for Muhammad, Sunil should be his HOD, right? For Aniket, okay, 103. So Rohit should be his HOD, right? Okay. So here I will say select F name and HOD, right? We want only these two things. Okay. So okay. And then I will say from F name is from employees and the HOD is from departments. Okay. Okay, so F name is from employees, department, HOD is from department. Okay. Now let's suppose if F name was in, or name was in both the table. Okay, let's say employee name was also called as name, and department name was also called as name. Instead of D name and F name, let's say if we had name here and name there also. Then if I had put name here, it wouldn't know which name to get. In that case, it could have given employees dot name. Okay, here names are, the column names are totally different, so we don't have to worry about naming convention. But if the names were not, if names were duplicated, and of course, like, in a table, you cannot have duplicate column name, but in different table, there could be a name in a different table as well, right? So you have to differentiate between, name from employees and name from department. You have given employees dot name, fine. So here you have select F name and HOD from employees and department. Now, I have to also give a condition, okay, to tell them how they are joined. If they are not, if I don't give them, they will not know how they are joined. And what you get is all the combination, okay? That means, okay, here we have, if you see, we have 32 rows in employees and 6 rows in departments. So how many rows you will end up getting? 6 into
192.
Yes. Okay. 6 into 32, 192 rows you will end up getting. Okay. Which of course we don't want. So that's not right. Okay. So it doesn't know how it should be, how they are linked. So it will create like Muhammad with Kapil Muhammad, with Sunil Muhammad, with Dhoni Muhammad, all possible combinations it'll create. Okay. You'll get 192 rows. But that's not right. We need to tell them that this is not how we are supposed to do. We are supposed to, okay, have, okay, so we have to give condition here where, okay, where department.did, right? Departments.did is equal to employees.deptid is equal to employees.deptid. Okay. Now when you run it, we should get it correct values. So see here, Ayappan is Sachin. Because I gave departments first, it is picking department values first. Okay, so Sachin. Okay, so let me run all the three. Okay, so department, first we have Sachin. So it is giving us all Sachin first. Then is department has Virat, then Rohit. Okay, Sachin, then Virat, and all these values have come here. Now, if I do employees first, you'll get column from employee as a first choice. Okay. 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 No, it is still doing department. I can say order by. You can use all the other conditions, order by, where, group by, okay. All the things that we have seen, you can do it here. Okay. I can say order by EMPID. EMPID. Okay. Now you see, you have Muhammad, Sunil, Aniket, Rohit. Okay, you have this way. Okay, so you can you can join two table. Okay, in this way. Okay, so you are getting data from both the table. Okay. Okay. Now there are different types of joins. Okay. So what are different?
Sir, I have one quick question.
Yes.
Sorry.
No problem.
So EMPID, is it the name of the table or column? So I think
Order
I
by
must have
what do you do? You do by column, no, not by the table.
right. So when you say order by and the output, like it doesn't show like EMPID. So
Doesn't
like
show because we
is
have
it
not given. What did I tell you? Column,
right? Because you
this is where you
selected F
control the
name.
column.
Yeah.
This is where you control the column. If you want it to be displayed, you can put it here.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Select is always followed by column names that you want to display. Okay, if you want which all column you want to display, you have to put it here after select and before from. This is where you need to tell these are the columns I need to display. And of course, conditions are after your table name, right? This is your table name. So after this, these are all your conditions. So you're controlling the columns view from here and rows view from here. Okay, based on these conditions, the rows will be picked. But based on what you give here, your columns will be picked. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now let me open an Excel and I want to show you how many types of joins we have. Okay. So let's say, okay, you have employee table, of course. You have employee table EMPID and you have name. Okay. For simplicity, let's not even have EMPID. Just have name and I have DEPTID. Okay. This is your employee table. And you have here department table. So you have, let's say, HOD and department, DPTID. Okay. Now here you have department ID 1, 2, 3, and you have HOD X, Y, Z. And here you have department ID 1, okay? And for theory, let me put here you have 5 and 6 as well, okay? And you have name ABC, PQR, XYZ, and TUV. Okay, let's say this is what you have in one table, and this is another table. Okay, I want to join them. Okay, I can join them obviously because you have this common column DEPTID. So what we just did right now was, if you join them, of course you get these are columns are available in this table, isn't it? And HOD. Okay, I'm repeating DEPTID once because we are joining based on this column. So what we are doing here, when you join them, okay, so you have 1, 2, 3 here and 1, 3, 5, 6 here. It will only take 1 and 2. Okay, where there is a match only it will take. Now you do not have 3 here in this first table. And similarly, you do not have 5 and 6 in the second table, right?
Don't
So,
you mean 1 and 3?
sorry, 1 and 3,
1
right?
and 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 and 3. 2 is not there here, correct. And you don't have 5 and 6 here. So 1 and 3, so you get TUV as name, and you get X as HOD. Okay, and here you get Z, and you have 3, right? XYZ. Now, this is what you get by using what we just did. This is also called as inner join. Okay, so you are joining table only based on what is available. Okay, so you are ignoring the values which does not have a matching value in other table, which does not have a matching value in other table. So I'm not sure. I think we have kind of used all the department, but if you insert a new value in the department and try to run the same query again, the new value that you enter in department table will not be shown because there's no matching F name in the other table, so it will not be shown. Okay, this is what we call as inner join. Inner join means, again, we have done this in sets as well, right? Exactly same concept in sets. What concept did we do in set? The intersection concept. Okay, this is intersection. Inner join is like your intersection. Common elements will be put together. Elements which are not common are ignored. Okay. Then second join is called as full join or outer join. Okay, outer full join also sometimes it's called. Okay, full or outer join. So here all the values will be added. So you have obviously the common values will be there. Common values will be there. And then you have 2 here, correct? And you have 5 and 6. So you put 2, 5, and 6. And 2 has a HODY, correct? And 5 has name here. Okay. Now these values will be empty or null. These values will be null. Okay. So it's taking all the values here. Okay. And then whatever is missing, they're adding null. This is called outer join or full join also. Okay. Then you have left join. Okay. Now this is very similar to your what? What in set? Union. This is like union in set. Okay. So it is taking all the values and putting together. Okay. Next is left join. So when you are joining the table, you will mention one of the table first and second and then second, right? So when I say from, right, I have to say employees, comma department, or department, comma employees. I cannot say both together, right? One has to be done first. So in the left, okay, the first table that we mentioned is called left table. And second table that we mentioned, okay, is your right table. So if I say left join, what I'm saying is give me all the values from left table, the table that I have mentioned first. Okay, so if I mention employees first and department second, I want all the values from here. So something like this. But what is not there here? See, I'm interested in left table, not here. So this 2 will not be there. So all the values from this table, all the values from this table will be there. Other will not be there. Okay, this is called left join. Left join will have same number of rows as left table that you mentioned on the left side, and we'll see examples of each one of these. Similarly, you have right join. Right join is when you mention table on the right. Okay, so if I say employee, comma departments, then departments will become your right join, right table, right? So you go here, and in this case, you're only interested in values on the right column. So this is what you will end up getting. You will not have values which is not in the right table. So you'll have only 1, 2, 3, no 5 and 6 here. Here, no 3, because we are focusing on left. Okay. Okay. Now you tell me, if this table had 100 rows, let's say, and this had 50 rows. Okay, this has 100 and this has 50. How many rows inner join will have?
Can you repeat the question, sir?
Okay, so I'm saying that table 1 employees has 100 rows and table 2 department has 50 rows. So how many rows you will see in inner join? How many
50.
rows will have? Sorry?
50.
It depends on how many are common, sir.
Right. Okay. So you will end up getting what is called as,
Intersection. Intersections.
correct, intersection, exactly. Now, when you perform intersection, you don't know how many are column. Maximum will be 50. Okay. Maximum that can be common is 50 when, let's say, all the values are in the department. And minimum can be 0. So inner join will be anywhere between 0 records to 50 records. Right? 50 records because all are common. Every value that you have in second table, department table, is there in the employee table. Let's say if I don't give 3 here, sorry, I don't give 2 here. Okay, if I don't give 2, then you will end up getting 2 number of records in this table. Right? Now you see this has 4 and this has 3. So value came is 2 only. So maximum it can get is 3. If 2 was also here, okay, instead of 5, if I write 2, then you get all the 3. That is the maximum it can get. Minimum will be 0. None of them are common. So values can be anywhere between 0 and 50. Okay. Now if I talk about outer join, then
It means uncommon point.
it depends upon common. Okay. So maximum can be 150. Minimum is 100. Why 150? If none of them are common. Okay. If intersection is 0, then full join, outer join will be 150. There's no common. So end up getting 100 plus 50. Okay. Now, if you perform like if you have all 50, right? So if there's all 50 here, so that means only 100 are unique. Union, right? Union, that's what happens in union. So minimum you'll get 100 records, maximum you can get is 150. So now if I tell you that inner join has 30 records, then how many outer will have? So that means 30 records are common between these two tables. So unique will be, right? If you take 100 here, then 30 is common and 20 are unique. So you end up getting 120 records, right? It will vary between 100 and 150. So if 30 are common, you end up getting 120. Did you understand? I'm just trying to do all these things so that you understand. You can visualize what's happening here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's take the second example or third example, right? Left join. How many rows will be here? This should be simple.
The 30 wait,
Left join. No, I said
left
whatever.
join, so all
Left join.
of
100.
the first table, so all of 100
100.
and the
This will
comments
be
of
100.
130. 130.
No, 130. 100.
No?
Why 130? It is all this from first table. Left means you're putting the left table at center. So
Isn't
your
it all of left and the common of right?
that is your this one, right? All of
Okay,
left
okay.
and all of left, all of left and common. So common is already included, no?
Okay, yeah.
Right? When you say all of left, that has common element already in it. So why will you have additional column? Why will you repeat? Why will you say 1, 3, 5, 6 again 1, 3? You will not say 1, 3 again, right? Okay, common is already included. 1, 3 is already included here. Similarly, right, you will end up getting 50 records. Okay, so that's the record that you have in table 2. So here it's going to be 50. Then you have cross join. What we just did when we did not write. Okay, what when we did not write where clause, right? We ended up getting what, like 6 into 32, 192 records, right? So it's like all TUB1, 1x, okay? You end up getting 100 into 50. That many records, right? This is not useful, but just to tell you that this is what happens when you do not give any where clause. That's called cross join. All possibilities, cross join. Okay, so now let's see how it is done. We'll go back to our MySQL now. Okay, this is, so when you write where clause, this is very similar, exactly like inner. And you can also do inner join like, so I'll say select fname HOD from employees. Okay. Okay. And I have to mention inner join. So I'll say employees inner join departments. Employees inner joined, departments on. How are they common? On. Okay. On DPT dot. Okay. So you have to mention which join you are doing, and you have to mention on what column are they common, right? So if you run these two, okay, and then again, if you want to give order by, you can give order by. Now, if you run these two, you will get same answer. You should get same answer. So if you look here down, see 31, 31. Because this is case where all the elements of table 2 are in table 1. Okay, we have all the values from department in employees. All departments have been taken care of. So it's like 100 and 50, and all 50 are in 100. So you'll end up getting 100 records. Exactly same. Okay. This is what is your result. This is your inner join. Okay. This is your inner join. Same. So you can write like this, or you can say like this. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can have multiple joins. Okay. And this is what I think Ankit was trying to do. So when you have, let's say, multiple table. Okay. If you have multiple table, this is how you do. Okay. Select. Now, assuming that there would be some common column name. So you will say T1 dot col1 dot col1 comma T2 dot col2, all the possible, all whatever columns you want, you mention it. T3 dot col3. Okay, so these are columns that you want. Okay, now from where? So you will say from. Okay, from. Now from you are doing multiple columns, right? So it's better that you put bracket here. Okay, now bracket you say here from table 1, right? T1, from T1, from T1. Okay, and then what do you say? From T1 inner join T2, inner join T2. Okay, inner join T2, and then on what? So on you'll say T1 dot E1. Okay, on T1 dot E1 equal to T2 dot E1, right? Because generally columns will be same, right? Department, department. So I'm writing K1, K1. Okay, that means just to show you that this is what we need to do. Okay, this is how you have done this one. Now there is one more column, so you put one more bracket here. Okay, so this has become like one table. This is going to return one output. This output again have to compare with second or third table, right? So so though you have three tables, okay, these two together will form one table like this. So you're assuming that this whole thing is one table. So now you're assuming that this whole thing is one table. Now this whole one table, which is output of first and second table, we are performing inner join with third table. Okay, T3 on, and so on. Then what is the key that you are joining? It could be T2 or it could be T3, T1. Okay, it could be T2 or T1. So I'll say T2 dot key2, okay, equal to T3 dot key2. Close the bracket. Okay, so this is how you will join three tables. Now you have fourth table to join. You put a bracket here. So this whole thing is one output table. Now you perform inner join on, okay, T4, where T3 K3 is equal to T4 K3. So keep on extending. Oops. So this is one bracket, and then this ends here, second ends here, yeah, and third will end here. Yes. This is how you can do, Ankit. Okay, if you are doing inner join, you can.
Okay, sir.
Now you see where you went wrong. Compare this with what you have done. Okay, And then if you don't get it, tomorrow we'll fix it. Okay. Now this is only about inner join. Okay. How to perform left join. Okay. How do you perform left join? Okay. Left join is where your table is important. Which table is important? The one that you give first. So I'll take same example here. Okay. Now I'll say here select. Okay. From employees. Okay. Now let me put department here first. It doesn't matter whatever, because here we have all the values, right? So doesn't matter whichever you put, you get the same result in this case, because all the values of department are in employees and all the values of employees are in department. If you have employees without department, if you have department without value, then you can see the difference. But I'll just tell you how inner join is done. So employees left join. Okay, left join departments on this. Now you tell me which becomes left table for this?
F name.
Employees is the left, right? I told you whichever is on the left side is the left table. This is your left table. Okay, so number of rows that you will get will be same as the employees. This is how you perform left table. Okay, you can have next one is the outer table, right? It's called full outer join.